Hi, everybody. My name is Gabriel Jaramillo. I'm the Director of Healthy Communities with the Vitalist Health Foundation. We're joined by one of our partners that's highlighted in our Promising Practices report. And I'll let Mr. Brown introduce himself.
Yeah. Well, good afternoon or good morning, wherever we are. My name is Kerwin Brown, and I'm the Executive Director for Tanner Community Development Corporation. We'll also probably just speak a little bit about my involvement as co-founder of the UPI Loan Fund, which is a new CDFI that we got the certification for our loan fund, I think back in April.
Very exciting. And I know you're doing a lot of work in housing and through the CDFI for providing capital for the community. So that's an amazing project. That's one of the reasons we highlighted it as a promising practice. So thank you for participating in that. We're happy to highlight it. Kerwin, would you mind telling us a little bit about, we'll start off with the housing development and your work in housing.
Yeah, I give you a little bit of background about Tanner Community Development Corporation and how I came to be the executive director. Our primary focus in the past, and Tanner Community Development Corporation, or TCDC as we're known, has been around since 2001. And our primary focus has been access and outreach into the community, for doing health and wellness education for the youth and for families, and as well as for seniors, anti-drug, anti-tobacco, just healthy living involvement. And then with with seniors, helping with various senior activities. Our sister company, Tanner Properties, has built 5 senior housing units throughout the valley. And we provide a lot of the wraparound services and activities for seniors, excuse me, in those facilities. We focus on not only physical health, but also some of the mental health issues with kids. We talk about anti-bullying. We've just done a lot to try to just provide support for healthy communities. We now on the other side, as you said, we're in the development realm as well. We received a pre-development grant from the governor's office to actually build a community of tiny homes. And I always hesitate to say tiny homes because different people have different perspectives of what a tiny home is. These are individual casita-style buildings that are some are 400, most are 600 square feet throughout this community that we're going to be building. And when I say community, I truly mean community for previously homeless veterans. It will include a community garden. It will have a dog run for their pets, and this is not something where units will be stacked up on top of each other. It will be very well spaced. You can drive through if one of the tenants has a car, they can park their car right next to their unit. So it's really going to be quite a nice, like I said, community. I think the most significant part of this community that we're building is because it's not just a matter of building a building, but also servicing the tenants that are there. And there will be a service center that we will build that will be on site, that will handle all of the various wraparound services and all the needs of these veterans that live in the community. Whether you be a younger vet and looking for job training, or whether you're just looking to help with navigation through your health benefits. All of the various services that a veteran will need will be right there on site in the community. So we're looking forward to this. Hopefully, we're looking to break ground soon. Every time I give somebody a date, we get put off. But it's imminent. I'll put it that way. So I'm
Very
looking forward to it. Now, what you're seeing here is kind of a virtual flyover of kind of what depicting what the community will actually look like. Like I said, it's virtual. This is not the ocean over here on the side, but it'll give you an idea. Over here, if you can see my cursor, is where the servicing center will be located. Like I said, it's going to be quite a development. I'll scroll down here and you can see kind of the layout. It'll be here at Broadway and 18th Place in South Phoenix. And if you come down Broadway here to 18th Place, this is where you enter the community. The building for servicing is going to be here at the beginning. Over here, you'll see the community garden. And then coming around, these first few units will be 400 square feet. And then the rest of them, as you turn the corner here, all of these are 600 square feet in size. And they go all the way to the end. Having this L shape actually provides us a lot of space to put a lot in a small space. To be honest with you, this is only just under 2 acres of land, and we've been able to really put in along with trees and foliage and everything is provided here within this community.
That's amazing. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but you're working with a local group for the community garden as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. Tiger Mountain Foundation has actually started under TCDC way back in the day, before they got big and popular. They have been partners of ours for a number of years. And right now, where the property sits is there is a community garden actually that the Tiger Mountain Foundation is managing on property that we own. So yeah, it's always great to be able to collaborate, and I'm expecting that collaboration will continue to go forward, not only with Tiger Mountain but with several other organizations as we pull in a lot of outside services for whatever the veterans need, and that's including obviously the Veterans Administration and all of what they provide. But there's a lot of other nonprofit and for-profit organizations that we've been talking to that are looking forward to providing services for the veterans that'll be living there.
Well, from the Vitalist Health Foundation, I mean, we're really excited to see, we're always excited to see when you talk about social determinants of health, the wraparound services, the holistic approach, and that's what you're doing in this project. And, one of the reasons we wanted to highlight it, it's the vision for it. Kerwin, as a development corporation, when we talk about development of innovative housing styles, this, like you said, hesitancy for to say tiny homes because of the image. Why did you decide to go with this? How did you see a need for this type of housing? And how did you find this to be the best for this project? I know there's a lot of it.
Yeah, the research that we did, especially because this is for specifically for veterans. The research that we did said veterans do much better when they have their own, if they have their own space to take care of, rather than being in more of an apartment complex type of a situation. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We need more of that as well. But these casitas are made so that these veterans can have their own space to take care of. And the research that we did said that they do much better when they have their own spot to really maintain and take care of. So we wanted to provide that for them. You figure these individuals joined up to serve, to protect the country. we want to make sure that this is not just temporary housing that we put together. This is permanent rental space for them. They can stay there as long as or as short as they like. I'm sure that there will be some as they progress and get other jobs and higher incomes and everything, that they may decide to move on. But if this is somewhere that they're comfortable and they maintain the camaraderie of the people that are there, they may decide to stay there long term, and that's fine with us.
That's amazing. Well, thank you for that. We've highlighted the development and the Tanner CDC. You had also mentioned the Community Development Finance Corporation, the CDFI.
Yeah.
What role does that play in this?
Well, not necessarily directly, but indirectly, we are one of the first Black-led CDFIs in the state, and we started this. Frank Crump and I went down this road and started a loan fund for the community, because there were a lot of gaps. There are banks that are not in some of the communities that we serve. They don't have bank relationships, and they don't have a lot of the people don't have the knowledge that they need, or the education from a financial standpoint, so that they can grow and develop. So that goes right along with building affordable housing as well. But it gives us a chance to educate and give opportunity for loans or some type of financial assistance to individuals, whether it be as a veteran or just the general public in these communities. So yeah, we started out as just a loan fund, and we're able to develop a portfolio and service enough of the community to where we qualify to be a CDFI, or Community Development Financial Institution, which is a certification through the Department of Treasury. So we're proud of that, and I'm sure that even though it's not directly involved with this development, believe me, to have financial services as well as housing services, the two kind of go hand in hand.
Without a doubt, yeah, absolutely. And to be able to provide that financial support for the community where traditional financing might not be available or might not qualify for, I think it's extremely important. No, so I appreciate it.
If I could, Gabe,
Please.
because I get asked all the time, why we decided to serve veterans instead of just doing traditional affordable housing. And there's a narrative that we wrote up that I'd like to just quote a little piece of, because according to the regional 2020 Maricopa Continuum of Care report, the point in time count for persons experiencing homelessness in Maricopa County was 7,419 persons. 49% were sheltered in temporary housing and safe haven programs, and 51% were unsheltered or on the streets in places not intended for human habitation. According to this same report, the number of veterans experiencing homelessness identified by the point in time count increased by 15% in 2019, and another 4% in 2020. And in the South Mountain Village and Central Phoenix areas where we're doing this development, the point in time count currently is over 1,200. I just think that's kind of atrocious, that not only the number of homeless people, but the percentage of those that are veterans. And that's why we kind of went down this road.
That's impactful. No, thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's like you said, these are men and women that have signed up to serve our country, and to be living on the streets, and now to get an opportunity to move into a development that you're working on with the wraparound services is impactful. So
Yeah,
really appreciate it.
and this is just our first. You know, we're already
Right.
in plans for our phase two. So you know, we'll get this one built, and we're already working on some other projects. You know, we not only want the individual casita style, but you know, there's a lot of you know, veterans who are single mothers out there that need affordable housing as well. We want to you know, get involved with trying to do our part in solving some of that as well. You know, you and I were on a panel on the missing middle. You know, these are people that have decent incomes but can't afford to live in places where they work. Well, let's see if we can't solve some of that as well. We're here to find a problem and solve it, and that's what TCDC has always done. It's kind of what I've always tried to do. So you know, that's the direction that we're looking to go.
We can't stress enough how we need a diversified housing stock, which brings a variety of affordability ranges to meet the needs of every resident. So this is a great example of it. So thank you for the work that you're doing. Kerwin, if anybody wants to follow up, get any information, how can they find more information, websites, whatever you want to plug?
Sure. Well, the website for TCDC is tcdccorp.org. And the UPI Loan Fund, you can find that at upiloanfund.us. So there are websites available. Anyone looking to find themselves in a need for a loan can certainly look on the website and apply for a loan through UPI Loan Fund. And if you're interested in taking a look at some of the services that TCDC has, please reach out. We're right here. One office is on Washington downtown, and the other is right here on 7th Street in Jefferson. So we're not hard to find.
Well, again, thank you for your time, Kerwin. Really appreciate you spending some time and going over your projects and your vision with us. And we look forward to partnering with you in the future. And if anybody has a chance, reach out, take a look at the project. It's an amazing project.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate the invitation, Gabe.